live. Yeah, we going live. Hey, we going live. Yeah, we going live. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going. Yeah, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line, we going live. From the 50-yard line. Hey.
All right, so since we're transitioning to who's really right, I want to start this who's really right with the women's bracket. You know what I'm saying? Try to, you know what I'm saying, get them
redeem ourselves
attention
somewhere,
right.
Jesus Lord.
Right.
Okay.
So we'll be looking at and they usually call it a different region, but they're not doing it that way this year. So
no, they got some weird names. I'm like, I don't know what that is. Like,
right. Well, so the Sweet 16 games, which will be played starting
tomorrow,
on March 28th.
Saturday. Oh, Sunday.
No, for the women, yeah.
Okay.
March 28th. Let's start with Stanford versus Missouri State. The 1 seed, Stanford versus Missouri State, the 5 seed. Who you got in this one? You going Stanford?
I can't bet against them girls. They what?
Yeah.
I can't bet against them girls.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. That same night, Oregon, which is the number 6 seed, will be playing Louisville. What you got there?
I got Oregon. They beat UGA. They beat UGA, which was number 2.
They did beat UGA, but I'm going Louisville because.
Okay. Hey, we'll see.
You know, and the thing about it, like you rarely see a huge upset in the women's tournament. And
right.
I'd be remiss if I didn't point out the huge upset where number 13, Wright State, knocked off number 4, Arkansas in the first round.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in the round of 32, they got beat by Missouri State.
Right.
So I just wanted to mention them, you know what I'm saying, for getting that big upset. The next game is number 1, South Carolina versus number 5, Georgia Tech. I don't even got to ask you who you going to pick for this one.
Okay, I was going to say, you already know. That's the alma mater, sir.
Right.
I got to go with Georgia Tech.
Wait, what?
Yeah. You
going with Georgia Tech?
Yeah.
Oh, listen, this will be one of those that you ain't who's really right.
Okay.
I'm going with South.
It's just a GP thing. Yeah. It ain't got nothing to do with nothing else.
True. Yeah. So picking with your heart. See?
That's it. You know you do this all the time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm gonna go with South Carolina. I think if they're not the best team in the tournament, they're one of the best.
Yeah.
So who you got? Number 6 Texas versus number 2 Maryland.
So this was a tough one for me because Maryland is really good.
Yeah.
But I'm impressed with Texas.
Are you?
I am.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with Texas in this.
I think the best bet for me on this one, because you know who I'm going with. You already know I'm picking with my heart here. I'd be surprised if Maryland doesn't score 100 on Texas.
Oh, okay.
Because they're averaging in the first 2 games 99 points per game.
No, I know that. I know. Like,
so they do a very good job of scoring.
Yeah.
So I'm obviously going with my mob, Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let me down, guys. I need to be who's.
See, I'm gonna tell you why. Another reason I picked Texas is they beat UCLA.
Oh, that's okay. Yeah.
They beat UCLA. That was huge for me. That was huge.
They beat them. It looked like they beat them soundly too.
That little Cinderella, like quietly on, like So this is my sleeper.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go to the other side of the bracket. Got number 3 Arizona versus number 2 Texas A&M. Who you got?
I got to go Texas A&M.
I think we both gonna go with them. I think they. Okay, that's difficult, right?
I gotta go Texas A&M. I'm just gonna trust my instinct. It's those girls are dogs.
Yeah.
They scrappy. They dog. Like they will. Yeah. I just gotta go with them. I gotta trust it.
Like they are, because they've always been in the national conversation. And like I said, there aren't a lot of crazy upsets in the NCAA women's bracket. But it looks like Arizona is a very good defensive team, looking or judging by, you know, I'm still going Texas A&M though. I'm just a little nervous about that pick. All right. We also on this side, we got number 1 NC State versus number 4 Indiana.
NC State.
You going NC State?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna go NC State with that one too.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Last
jump
bracket
on up here.
Yep.
This is the last individual bracket. All right, number 6 Michigan versus number 2 Baylor. Who you got?
Baylor.
Yeah, see, it's hard. You got to go with the traditional powers and
listen, for me, especially in women's basketball, like them Giants, they always gonna be there. They gonna always be there. Yeah. So yeah, Baylor.
So I'm taking Baylor as well, and
that kind of tells you what the next one's gonna be, right?
Right. Number 1 UConn versus number 5 Iowa. And
but let me say this about this.
Okay.
What's her name? Caitlin Clark.
Yes, Caitlin Clark
from Iowa. Is a beast.
Yeah, I've heard the name. I haven't seen much of it.
This chick is amazing. Okay.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant said she should be in the league right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
She getting those type of kudos.
Oh, yeah. Like multiple times people have said, right, like that she is, but I never bet. It's like betting against Tom Brady or something like that. I ain't gonna never bet against Gino Auriemma. I am not, and he back too. Oh yeah. So they made it this far without him. So bringing him back at this point is just added fuel. I ain't gonna bet against him.
He is a more likable Bill Belichick.
Oh yeah. Oh, I don't even compare them. Like I love Gino Auriemma. He is like, to me, Gino Auriemma is like a mobster. You know what I mean?
He's a wise guy.
A mob boss kind of dude. Like I don't know what it is about his. That's the persona he gives, but he is such a beautiful human being in the way that he loves and nurtures and pushes those girls. That's why they're always
up there. Yeah, I would say the more appropriate for me, because I'm like an underdog kind of person. So, when, teams are like just blowing through other teams and win a championship after championship, it kind of turns me off and I want to see something new. Yeah. So for me, he's kind of like the Mike Krzyzewski of women's basketball, right? Because he's going to always be around.
Right.
He may have a down year every once in a while.
Right.
Just every once in a while, he just might have a down year due to injury, due to something. But as much as you don't like them or their team, in their success, it's like they're likable. So you got to root for them.
I always root, and I don't. You say that, and I think about it. I'm always root for Duke, and I always root for UConn. Like I do. Like I don't know why. It's not like I really. I fell in love with UConn.
Always root for Duke.
Huh? I do. But I fell in love with UConn when Maya went there anyway.
Yeah.
So, So they my pick. Yeah.
A lot of DC, Maryland, and Virginia guys end up at Duke. So, it's hard to like totally dislike them, like whether it be like a Nolan Smith or it's been quite a few DC guys down there at Duke.
Listen, Duke is the truth. I'm sorry. I like Duke.
I'm gonna tell you, I like when the University of Maryland won the championship in 2002, the men's basketball championship. They won it in 2002. I was ecstatic. I was elated. I ain't go out there and party with them in College Park because I was a senior in high school and they were a little too wild for me.
Okay,
out there in College Park. But I mean, I spent some time out there, but I wasn't partying with them when they won that championship.
Yeah.
But the year before, in 2001, Duke won it. Maryland should have won it. Maryland had the team, and they were all juniors at the time. Maryland had the team to win a championship. And I just remember all of the calls going Duke's way, and it was either the Final Four or the Elite Eight.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just so salty about it.
Yeah.
And one thing I was like, well, when they come back, it'll be, they'll all be seniors and they'll have another crack at it. So for them to win was like,
Yeah, that was justice. Like, yeah, see?
Right.
Yeah.
But the fact that I just used to be so upset about they used to be so upset about, Duke and just it upset me badly.
Yeah.
I really couldn't stand them at the time. But we forgot something. I'm sorry. Because I was about to go right to the men's bracket. We did the Elite Eight.
Yeah,
we didn't do the Final Four.
Oh, I'm ready.
Right. So let me go back to my women's bracket.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I'm ready.
My men's bracket don't look much better.
Listen, I was in there like, ooh, ouch, ooh, ouch. Yeah.
All right, so we both chose Stanford for that first game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you'll have Stanford versus Oregon, and I'll have Stanford versus Louisville. So who you going with between Stanford and Oregon? Huh?
Stanford.
You going Stanford over Oregon?
Of course. Yes.
I'm gonna go with Stanford over Louisville.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You have Georgia Tech versus Texas. You have Georgia Tech versus Texas.
Yep.
Who you have winning that one?
I gotta say, for real.
Yeah.
Georgia, I know they're not going to win. I'm going to keep rooting for them, though, Georgia Tech.
All right. I have South Carolina versus Maryland. And as much as it pains me, like, to not, go with my heart on this one, I got to go with my head. I think South Carolina is just probably a lot stronger.
They're beasting now.
Yeah.
They're a beast. And shout out to all of these African American. That makes me think all of these African American head coaches in the SEC.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we both have NC State versus Texas A&M on this end. Who you got?
Texas A&M.
We both got Texas A&M on this one.
Yeah.
All right. So we both have UConn versus Baylor. Who you got?
Oh, this is so tough right here, but I ain't gonna bet against Gino ever.
I'm going with Baylor.
Okay.
So
that's gonna be a dog fight. When that game happens, that's gonna be a dog fight.
It is.
The only reason that I say Baylor could win, UConn gonna have to fight Iowa.
Okay.
Yeah, they're gonna have to fight in that game against Iowa.
Yeah.
So.
And usually with games like that, when you see a team have a very knockout, drag out game, a lot of times that next game they kind of underperform because those emotional battles. And,
Yeah.
But I'm gonna go with Baylor.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
I think that some of these teams have kind of figured out that mystique of what's going on up there in UConn.
I don't know that there is a mystique, but okay.
No, there's something. There's something in the water. There is something that Gino Auriemma knows about coaching basketball that
that's what it is.
Has eluded. Yeah, it's eluded. Whatever it is, I don't know what it is, but it's eluded these other coaches because he gets these teams and he gets these players. You think about like some of the best players who played in the WNBA. They came from UConn, like Diana Taurasi,
right? Maya
Moore, Sabrina Ionescu. I just use her name. She's like, just getting in. And that's not to take from any of the other young ladies or the other women who have come from other programs and who've done like tremendous things in the WNBA.
Absolutely.
But I just think about all those names, and Sue Bird. The Sue Bird. Yeah. It's like it's so many names that you can name from. It's kind of like the University of Miami. Like you go back and you look through like, those football players. Like all these dudes.
All is right.
To the youth. And then they having great careers at the youth.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see. So his diamond this year is Paige Burritas. I think it's her name.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna see.
We're gonna see.
All
right, let's see. I need to be who's really right this week.
Listen, I don't even know if it is a way to be who's really right with these brackets. Like, oh my God, who do you think is closest?
Right.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who. Wait, what am I looking at? I don't even know.
Oh, your men's bracket.
The men's bracket. Okay, so where we are now.
So Sweet 16, they're about to play. Yeah.
So this one we have Gonzaga versus Creighton.
Gonzaga.
Okay, I'm going Gonzaga.
Mm-hmm.
I should not bet against them again.
That's what I say.
And on the other end of this one, we have USC versus Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Who you got?
Oregon.
Okay, I'm going Gonzaga and Oregon as well.
Yeah. That win they had over Iowa was 15 points. It was impressive.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't check. I like I said, I ain't really seen much of it.
Yeah.
Michigan versus FSU.
Michigan.
I'm going Michigan too, because I didn't post my bracket, but Michigan is ultimately who I had winning. I can't believe Merlin lost to Bama. All right, so Bama versus UCLA.
I gotta go Bama. They must be on a roll.
Yeah, they got to be doing something. But
they must be on a roll.
I don't like it.
I don't like to.
I'm going with my girl Carrie Champion on this one.
Okay.
I'm going UCLA over Bama.
Ooh, okay.
So
all right.
It looks like I got Michigan and UCLA.
Yeah. And I got Michigan and Alabama.
Okay. You want to go through all of these?
Yeah, we can go ahead and do the Final Four if you want to.
Okay, let me go back there. So
we both have
Gonzaga versus Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
Gonzaga. We got winning that one. Gonzaga? Me too. I'm going with Gonzaga. This one we have Michigan versus you have Michigan versus Bama, and I have Michigan versus UCLA.
Yeah.
Who you got?
I got Michigan.
I got Michigan for that one too. So it don't even matter. All right, let's go on the other side where we have Baylor versus Nova. Who you got?
Such a tough one, man.
This is a real tough one.
This is tough, but I'm gonna give it to Baylor.
You gonna go with Baylor?
Because of the way that they won over Wisconsin.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't bet against Jay Wright. And I did in the first round because I was just sure of that 12-5 seed. But I wasn't confident in it. I was only like, one of these 12-5 upsets gonna happen. So and I think
so. This is the only one that I got right for both Baylor and Villanova. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go. I had Wisconsin knocking off Baylor for whatever reason, so I'm going to go with Nova.
Okay. You still down on
Baylor? Yeah, I'm just not convinced.
Listen, Baylor, that is the one women's program that I just feel like they are. Yeah.
Actually, I think if you were to take all of their programs, and I'm thinking about men's and women's basketball and football.
Yeah.
And I can't speak for any of the other programs, so I'm sorry for that. But I'm just thinking about like those three sports. They may be up there with how good all of their programs.
All of their programs, like that's an impressive thing.
Yeah.
That all of your programs, like you can say, that's not. We just had this conversation about the whole. I don't like to bet for basketball programs that have good football programs because it typically doesn't work.
It doesn't balance out like that.
But. But this one, I'm all Baylor. So yeah. Okay.
This next one,
this
is a rough one.
Yeah.
So we both went. No, you went with.
I went with Arkansas.
Oh, okay, so we number 3 Arkansas versus number 15 Oral Roberts. Who Oral Roberts has been impressive. They knocked off Ohio State and then Florida. So
I think the run is over.
You think it's over, Arkansas? We still dancing. I'm going with Oral Roberts. We still dancing.
Yeah, I love it. I'm here for it. I hope they do. I think what we just said. You keep playing these games where you just give. They're giving it all. Like they're giving their all to make it. You know what I mean? So at some point, I don't know if we can keep the gas going. So
okay, so for this side, you have Baylor versus Arkansas.
Yeah.
For that Elite 8 game. Who you have winning that one?
Baylor.
Okay. I have Nova versus Oral Roberts, and this is where I think Cinderella. I think Cinderella loses her slipper right here, because I'm gonna go with Villanova.
Okay.
On this one, did we do the last one? Like,
no, not
we
yet.
did it. Yeah, no, we did the last one we just went past. Yeah, I was trying to make sure that we.
We got all of those done. Yep.
Yeah. All right, so we're in the last region. This Midwest region. I actually got this one right. So I had.
Okay. You had Loyola beating.
I had Loyola beating Tech, and then I had them beating Illinois. So right now, number 8 Loyola, Chicago versus number 12 Oregon State. Who you got?
Oregon State.
You must ain't see Jesus on the bench with Loyola Chicago. Jesus was on the bench.
Over there. You stop it. Sister Mary, whatever.
So you going Oregon State. I'm definitely going Loyola Chicago.
Okay.
That's probably the only one I really actually got some headway in. So the other side of this one is Syracuse versus Houston.
Yeah.
Who you going with?
Houston.
Houston? Okay.
Houston.
So you got Houston versus Oregon State. Mm-hmm. Who you going with those?
Houston.
You going with Houston? Okay.
Houston. Yeah.
Yes, I think we end up with the same result because I got Loyola Chicago versus Houston. Thankfully, that's the only side of this bracket where I actually got them guessed correctly.
I had 7 of the 16 right.
7 of the 16?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think I may have had less than that.
I had 7 of the 16 right.
I got Houston knocking off Loyola Chicago. So both of my slipper wearers.
They're gonna lose it in the all right.
They're not going to the Final Four.
All right.
So I think that's it for that one.
Yeah, we good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we'll come back next week and give our championship picks.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, look, I'm ready. I was ready.
Let's see. All right, so you guys let us know who's really right.
Who's closest? I don't know if this is who's really right.
Yeah. I guess you can't really say.
Yeah,
there's a way to do about points.
Okay.
Because I think that's how they
I don't know.
They ultimately end up with a champion, and this is why I used to always try to pick the upset because you get more points for picking the upset correctly.
Gotcha.
And I'm not sure if they ended up changing that or rearranging it a little bit or not weighting it as high.
Okay.
But, I think there's a way to do about points, but I guess whoever picks the most correctly, we can kind of do about that.
So far, I got 7 for the last one.
7 for the last one? Mm-hmm. For the round of 16?
The Sweet 16, yeah.
Okay.
7 of the 16 teams I picked.
Let me see. Correct number of what I got. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 7 too.
Oh wow! All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on. Let's see.
We'll see who's really right on this. On this next one.
Yeah. Ultimately, I think it'll boil down to who wins the championship anyway. So.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah.
Because who you end up having winning? Oh no. Say that for next week. Say that.
I was gonna say we can't talk about that yet. Yeah.
All right. Let's move on because this who was really right was we was
a little long-winded today. Yeah. It's a little long-winded. All right, let's go.
Now put the cameras on me, 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 put the cameras on me.